Okay, I'm going to show you two ways to do this problem because I see a lot of mistakes on this problem. So one way that I'll show you how to do it will eliminate the problem that I see often. Okay, so this says the Acme Plumbing Company will send a team of 3 plumbers to work on a certain job. The company has 4 experienced plumbers and 4 trainees. If a team consists of 1 experienced plumber and 2 trainees, how many different such teams are possible? So this is essentially a combination problem because the order doesn't matter for, especially for the trainees, where they're going to select 2 trainees. Okay, and we'll get to that a little bit later. So first I would draw the 3 slots that you have for the 3 plumbers. And then first you want to ask yourself how many options are there for choices of the experienced plumbers. And we know there are 4 experienced plumbers because of the information provided in the question. This is where it gets tricky because you can't do what I see a lot of people do, and I'm going to just show you what a lot of people do next. They say, how many spots do we have? How many different options do we have for this slot for one of the 2 trainees? So they say we have 4, which is accurate. And then they say, how many options do we have after one of these slots is already filled by this first trainee? Then we have 3 possible options. But what this doesn't take into account is that when you do this, you're going to repeat the options just flipped. So let's call the 4 trainees A, B, C, and D. When you're doing this, you're going to get 12 possible options because you're going to repeat A, B, and you're going to repeat it as B, A. So that's why this 12 needs to be divided by 2 because you're going to repeat each of these pairs just flipped. And I'm just going to carry this out a little bit further so you can see that. So when you start with A, you'll have A, B, A, C, A, D. When you start with B, you'll have B, A, B, C, B, D, and so on. So you'll have a lot of repetition because A, B is the same as B, A, and CB is the same as BC. So you'll end up having to cross half of these out because they'll be the exact same pairs. They'll just be in a different order. So that's why it doesn't work to just multiply across like this. It will work if you multiply the 1 experienced plumber times the 6 possible combinations that there are for these 2 trainees. That'll give you the right answer, which is 24. So I'm just going to carry this out even further. So you'll have D, A, DB, DC. So this whole section pretty much will be canceled out because DA is the same as AD, DB is the same as BD, and DC is the same as CD. So you'll really only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different combinations that are actually possible. So that's why there are only 24 different pairings that you could have with these teams.